Week 3, day 4, day 14, almost done with the week. And today, the main topic is one of our coworkers left. And I actually just received a message from her in the group chat. She was essentially leaving us off with a final message, and her message was a pretty plain message. Essentially, it just boils down to she sent this text at 8 o'clock p.m. to our group chat. And actually, I'll just read it off. I'll read off what the message says, right? Today's my last day at the office, but the emotions of parting still overshadows the joy of returning home. Looking back on this journey, more often than not, I feel like I am an incredibly fortunate person. I have received so much help and care. I sincerely thank all the leaders and mentors for their dedicated guidance, support, and encouragement, which have helped enable me to grow and gain experience in my work. I appreciate each teacher's willingness to share their knowledge and lead me forward without reservation. I'm grateful for my colleagues' mutual support. The days we fought side by side will always be etched into my memory. I am particularly thankful to this person's name that I'm not going to say, but I'm particularly thankful to this person for his constant companionship and assistance. With him by my side, I always feel exceptionally secure. I firmly believe that long-lasting relationship between individuals stem from shared experiences, so I am fortunate to have had some like-minded comrades who have become lifelong friends during this journey. This year has been filled with many meaningful days, and every bit of warmth and guidance has been cherished by me. May our place continue to flourish, and may everyone's work be smooth, and let their well-being secure. Let's stay in touch. The world of business is not far, and we will surely meet again if fate wills it so. And after that, a couple of our coworkers, a couple of our work colleagues just replied with a couple of things. I'll just sum it up, essentially saying, yeah, wishing you the best. Thank you for all your work here. Thank you for just being such a good person. Let's get a great drink sometime when you return, and just wishing all the best, essentially. They're essentially just saying, wishing you the best, hoping you can come back. And so I want to throw my 2 cents into it, right? So I guess just to start off these videos, like I usually do, with just a quick recap of what happened today. Again, today, or I guess this week in general, again, if you've seen my Tuesday and Wednesday videos, each day is getting a little bit harder and harder, and I'm just learning how to be this front desk guy, essentially dealing with customers' requests every single day. Usually it's not nothing too complicated, but again, it's about remembering the procedures and going from step 1 to step 5, with step 2, 3, and 4 in between. It's how do you go from that? How's the order of things? And just signing a bunch of papers, signing a bunch of forms, remembering to do that. And essentially that's just basically it. And today was more or less the same of that. Today is the last day that I do have her and this other lady to help me and to really give out their guidance, and especially her. I guess in this name, and I guess in this context, I'll just call her J, okay? Like J, like the letter J, okay? And basically, I still felt good about today. Actually, in fact, I would actually say that today was actually one of the better days. I say when I ended off the day and I sat in my car today, I actually felt pretty decent about myself. Whereas Tuesday and Wednesday, when I did end off work, inside I felt bad. Inside I had I don't know if you would call this feeling of dread, but inside I had this feeling of man, I need to do better, and I feel like I kind of let them down. I feel like I kind of let myself down. Of course, you get nervous when you're in it, right? Because the customers, they're kind of urging you to finish quickly because their time is valuable and they don't have patience to wait around for you to do your thing. You just have to work under pressure. And I did feel some of that, of course. It never felt like I was being so pressured where I had to quit on the spot or anything like that. And I know you guys are excited about my thoughts about Jay leaving, so I'll get to that. Right? I'm a yapper, so let me yap. No, just kidding, just kidding. I'm just trying to get my train of thoughts out there. But basically, man, today it's more or less the same. Like, I was dealing with customers essentially the whole day. I also made mistakes. I've made several mistakes, especially in the first 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, because essentially every morning, the day after, are people like in the back are seniors, right? Like, let's just say our seniors, they check the work that we did the day of, and they see if we lacked everything and lacked anything. And yeah, we did lack a couple of things. We did lack, like, for example, I forgot to sign a couple of these things. I forgot to get a customer signature on this, and then I had to reverse this, like a reversal, and a couple of these things that definitely don't look good, right? Because of course these get sent off to HQ and they look at it, and well, you know what happens then, right? Because they assess it and then they'll give like a review, and then overall that impacts like our offices and whatnot, right? So yeah, basically I've been making these mistakes, but I've been getting a lot of good feedback, a lot of fair criticism, especially from this one senior lady. Like, she's been working there for over 20 years, and she's been giving me a lot of good advice, right? Like, these advice I think would normally hurt a lot of people on like a personal level, but she says it in a way where I can very much understand that she's coming at this from a loving angle, to where it's like, yeah, she's saying this stuff and yeah, it hurts, but I feel like it's like 50-50, like the things that she's saying and the things that I'm receiving and perceiving and perceived, whereas I do perceive it as this non-personal, very objective, very fair criticism that, yeah, I messed up and I need to fix it, and then I need to get better. Like, I can admit that myself. Like, I'll be the first person to say that, yeah, like, I messed up on this, I need to do better. Like, I don't have that kind of ego, and I don't have that kind of thought of mine, and so like I'm very open to it, and I think that's actually a very powerful mindset. Whereas I think before, like, if you took me from 2 or 3 years before, like, maybe I would have taken a bit more emotionally, or maybe I would have taken a bit more personally, but now I just open up to it. It's like, yeah, I messed up, thank you for this criticism, like, I can tell that you're like a good person, thank you for that. And also today, because it's the last day of working with Jay, she has still been very useful for today. She gave me a lot of guidance, and she gave me a lot to help me out essentially with the whole system, like on the computer, and to just give me a little bit of guidance. So now to jump into her and what my thoughts about leaving. Her leaving. I knew her for definitely the shortest time because I'm the newest guy here. So just 3 weeks. Yeah, just about 3 weeks. I mean, if she left on Friday, then that would have been a full 3 weeks, but 19 days essentially, right? 19 days ever since the first day. She's been here every single day. She didn't like take a day off or anything like that. And I guess based on first impressions, we can talk about appearances. And she wears glasses. She's a little like I don't. Listen, I don't use this word in a bad manner, but she's a little bit chubby, right? Like her body type and like her face and her like body is like a little bit on the bigger side. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, right? But what's so beautiful about this is that through work and through getting to know her a little bit on a personal level, it's like she's actually a really cool person. It's like, yeah, she has her own interests, she has her own hobbies. She's like 25 years old. She's not someone that like I would be into personally. I don't know if it's weird to comment on this. I mean, she quit, so I guess like the co-worker relationship is not even there, right? But she's not someone who, let's say, like I would look for in like an interest sort of way, in like a girlfriend, in like a girlfriend sort of way, right? Like she's a really dope friend is essentially what I'm saying, right? Like if we maybe met under different circumstances, maybe that would be different. But again, I feel like the coworker lifestyle is like a completely different from, let's say, like meeting friends through high school or even university. And I feel like and I feel like as she was leaving today, as we were walking out the door, like you know what, like I don't know if I'm just like a sentimental person, or maybe I just like cling on to memories and people, right? But I knew that, like, hey, I wanted to take a picture with you, but I guess I guess she was a little bit camera shy, because she was essentially like she essentially like rejected. She said like no, essentially, but like in kind of like the nicest way. Like it was kind of implied. I didn't like 100% get what she was saying, but yeah, like she said it, and I was like, oh, like I got shit, like that's fine, I'm not forcing you to take a picture with me or nothing, right? Like I just want to have a picture myself, just for memories sake and for preservation's sake. Since that is something that I very, very much value and that I do very much cling on to. Sometimes I even catch myself like looking through like old photos from like the past few years and just reminiscing about like how, I guess, happy or just how joyful that time was. I feel like we all look back and we all have like these nostalgic tinted glasses, or like these rose tinted glasses on, and we look at it and we say like, man, like look at how much better things used to be, right? And yeah, I feel like, right, like that is true to a certain extent. But one part of her message that really stuck out to me was when she said that I firmly believe that long-lasting relationships between individuals stem from shared experiences. So I'm fortunate to have some like-minded comrades who have become lifelong friends during this journey. And I feel like especially the first part really stuck out to me. I firmly believe that long-lasting relationships between individuals stem from shared experiences. When I read that, literally like an hour ago before recording this video, it kind of struck a chord in me, because it kind of hit me here in the heart, where I was like, dude, like that's kind of deep. Like it's a very true statement, first of all, right? Like that's that's the thing. Like that's so true, right? Like when I look back on the friends that I have and the relationship that we have and the shared memories and the shared experiences that we go through, it's like, yeah, like it's true. Like it's the shared memories and it's the shared experiences that we all experience. That's the beautiful thing. Like that's really what bonds us. And when I read that, it just like immediately kind of gave me like a flashback where I was just thinking about like my life and how I'm so grateful to have some people in my life, right? Like I'm still not gonna say that I have a lot of friends. I didn't make a lot of friends through university, which would have became like my lifelong friends, which I know really sucks. That's a whole different can of worms that I can get into any day. But I have like this one friend, right, where he's a really, really good friend, and I like he's in America. I actually was hanging out with him like the summer of 2025, and so like that was really good, and we still keep in touch. I would say that he's the guy that I talk to the most. Like we FaceTime about like once a week. We send each other texts, and he's a really solid guy. Were there bumps in our relationship as bros? 100%. There were times where I thought that like this was it, like we weren't gonna continue, but again, we got through it by just talking to each other and just being real. But yeah, man, like I joked with my other coworkers before we closed for the day that doomsday is gonna start tomorrow. Like tomorrow, all hell's gonna break loose, because tomorrow not only is she leaving, and in total, I think she worked about at our place for 8 months, so pretty close to a year. Like 8 months, that's a pretty solid amount of time. She's gonna go back home for a little bit, also because it's like around the holiday season. For like Eastern, it's like Chinese New Year's, Lunar New Year's, and so like people really like that kind of stuff. But basically, she's going back for a little bit to her home. She actually lives on the West Coast, or actually no, not the West Coast, but like I guess Midwest maybe, because she lives in the prairies, like Saskatchewan. Like nobody knows. I mean, sorry, that's kind of a mean thing to say, but that's a very like kind of low population density kind of area, right? But I actually asked her one day, and she was like, yeah, I actually prefer like kind of like this like slower, more quieter lifestyle. I was like, yeah, like that's cool, you know, like I respect that. I respect that. I'm more so of like a big city guy, but maybe that's just my mindset right now, right? But yeah, she's going back home for a little bit, and after that, she's coming back to the big six area. But she's gonna be potentially like going to a different city in the big six, aka like outside of Toronto, right? Because there's like a bunch of like smaller cities. I'm not gonna say what city because I don't want to expose that, but you kind of get the idea, right? So again, same general area, but obviously physical distance is still gonna be quite a distance away. But I guess the one good thing about her is because she already knows someone who she has previously worked with at our offices actually. And that guy, he quit from what I heard. From what I heard, like he quit, and he worked there about a year before. Like so, maybe he worked from like one full year from 2025 or maybe 2024, and then that's when he quit and he found a better job. The good thing about her is that after she gets her well-dued vacation, she's gonna come back and she's gonna work at the place that he's working at, and so that's pretty cool. Like honestly, that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. And so they're gonna be meeting up with each other. So I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she has a companion with her when she does come back in this area. But again, like our physical distance is gonna be far. I don't really know if I'm gonna see her again. Probably not, if I'm being completely honest. If I'm just like being so real, which yeah, part of me does kind of wish I see her again. Maybe more so from like the coworker lens. Again, like would she be someone that I would hang out with out of work? Probably, yeah. Like she doesn't seem like a bad person. But maybe just like socially, maybe I'm like a bit more inept, or not like inept, but like I feel like maybe I just need to be like a bit more better socially. Like I asked her the typical questions during lunch, really like, hey, like what's your interest? And she's just like, yeah, like I just like to sleep. It's like I don't have that many other interests, and oh yeah, I actually like working. I was like, oh yeah, like that's cool. Like again, I feel like at the end of the day, we're all just people. We're all just people living our own lives and walking on our own paths, and we can only do whatever we want to do. And for me, that's like making YouTube work and social media. For other people like them, like that's maybe like they just want to live like a quiet life. Maybe they just want to work like a 9 to 5, and that's enough for them, and I still respect that. I still very much respect that. Like that's the beautiful thing, right? Like that's what makes each and every one of us so unique, is that we have these different traits, and that we have these different things that make us who we are. And again, I feel like I'm being sentimental, right? And I feel like most people, they probably don't feel the emotions that I do, right? Because again, for them, it's very normal for new people, newcomers, to just come in and out, right? Like, yeah, this guy, he worked 1 month, 3 months, okay, he quit. And then this person, they worked close to a year, okay, yeah, they quit, right? Like, we just send a couple of messages in the group chat, like, hey, wishing you the best, like, that's that. And that's basically the extent of it. There's not much that more else that we can do, right? Like I was thinking like maybe we would have like this like not like party, but we like go out to maybe have like a dinner, to just kind of like celebrate like around the holiday season, right? Like Chinese New Year's, and like celebrating their leave. Well, not celebrate their leave, but essentially just like comforting them and just be like, yeah, like we're wishing you all the best. But I guess I guess it didn't work out. Like that's fine. They just have to do that like, on their own time, or whatever, which is totally fine, totally okay. But yeah, man. Basically, I feel like I'm like right now at this stage of life, my heart is still very much open. My heart is still very much just connecting with people, connecting with a lot more people, and also before I forget, the other lady, she's a senior worker. She's a senior worker. She's not a senior, but she's been working at this place for over 20 years, and so she has a crap ton of experience. And she was the one who was giving me like a lot of advice and things like that. And basically, man, She's also going away for Chinese New Year's because she's going back to China with to see her parents, which, hey, that's a W right there. And basically, she's going to be gone for around 3 weeks, which honestly is not that much. Because, bro, if you're working at a place for over 20 years and you only get like a 3-week paid leave, bro, that's crazy. Like, I'm not 100% if it's like 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. But even then, like 4 weeks, like really, bro, like I feel like you should get at least like 5 weeks, bro. Like that's okay. Maybe that's like pushing it a little bit, but like 5 weeks, that's basically like the whole month off while getting paid, which is like pretty good benefit if I'm being honest. But she said that she's coming back around mid to early March. So right now it's like February 13th. So I mean, yeah, it's like more or less like a month, less than a month, but. Yeah, she's gonna be coming back soon. It's actually very coincidental timing. Well, I don't know if it's coincidental timing, but she's actually giving me a lot of advice, and I feel like I will apply a lot of her advice over the coming weeks and month. And I feel like it's just kind of funny that now that she's gone, she's not able to see me grow in that way. She can be harsh sometimes, but I can tell that she's coming from this angle where, yeah, the work that you do also affects the rest of us, right? Because then if you are sloppy, then the back end team is also going to have to clean up after you, which, yeah, that makes sense. You know, in this workplace, it's a team. This is a team effort. Everyone has their role. Everyone has their contribution. And so, well, I know that she's coming back. And so, like, I even asked her for a photo, but I guess she's a little bit older and she doesn't like taking these photos. Like, that's fine. Again, like when I say take photos, man, like I just really, I just like taking photos, man. Like that's the thing. Like, is there anything wrong with that? Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like I just like taking photos. I just like preserving the memory of people. I just like having that, because I just like it, and just like look through my phone, and it's just I guess it's just like have that evidence, but to also look at the picture and just like remember. Again, just like the text, like the shared experiences and the shared memories of that. That's what connects each other, man. And it's crazy too because it's almost Valentine's Day. I'm gonna be making a Valentine's Day video. Single again, no surprise there, but that's a whole different topic. What else do I gotta say? What else do I have to say for today? I also made a little bit of a mistake yesterday to where like I essentially forgot to get this one paper from this one customer, right? And bro, this is the craziest thing ever, but I literally had to like look up this guy's address, right? And this guy is like a really old grandpa. Bro, I had to look up this guy's address, literally go to where he lives. He lives in like one of those like condos or like whatever, right? And like, I went through the door because luckily someone else was coming out. I go through the elevator, knock on this guy's door, be like, hey, on behalf of this, like, I was the guy who helped you yesterday. I think I forgot this one paper. And he was like, oh, yeah, this paper's here. I get that paper, literally come back down, drive back to my workplace. This whole thing took like 1 hour, right? Which is pretty short because this guy's place was like 20 minutes away. Go there, come back, and then that's that. Bro, when I say that I don't want to ever do that again, it's not because it was actually hard or it's like, oh, I didn't like to drive right now. No. Like, I essentially just avoided a like 1 hour one hour's worth of work time, essentially just to drive around and talk to a guy. It's like, bro, yeah, I get paid to do that. Hell yeah, bro. But I say I don't want to do that, as in I don't want to make that mistake again. And so because it wasted some time, of course it would still affect the rest of the team and whatnot, right? So I'm saying I don't want to make that mistake again is what I'm trying to say, right? But yeah, other than that, everything else is normal, just like a normal day of working, dealing with customers, and yeah, man, like my heart right now, like my heart and my emotion just like goes out to her. Shout out to you. I doubt that you'll be watching this video, especially 25 minutes into this video. Damn, this is my longest yapping video in my 9 to 5 series so far. So shout shout out to anyone who's watching this, to be honest. Like, shout out to anyone who's watching this. Like, I'm literally recording this at 12 a.m. in the morning. And so, yeah, man, like, shout out to you. Seriously, man. Like, if you've watched this far and you still have, like, your full attention span, first of all, you're better than, like, 99.99% of the population. And so I really do appreciate that. The only thing that I will ask is that if you want to, you can subscribe. I know it's annoying to hear. I know you don't want to hear it, but that's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just like to give you guys a quick reminder if you do enjoy this content, but only if you do. If you don't, then you can just move on. That's totally fine. I wish you have a good rest of your day. And for the person who I'm talking about, I'm just going to refer to you. Actually, no. Okay, in case this gets popular in the future, in case I blow up in the future, well, actually, no, I'm not going to put that out there. When, right? Not if, when I blow up in the future, I don't want to expose this person's personal information because I know, people are mostly personal people. They don't want their online presence to be out there, but I'm pretty sure I gave enough information to where she knows who she is, right? So if you know who you are and you are somehow watching this video, then I want to tell you that thank you. I know I didn't know you for that long, and I gave a couple of parting words when you left as well, and I even asked you for a photo, but truly, thank you for teaching me everything that you knew, and thank you for giving me a copy of all of your notes that I photocopied, that I'm going to be using that to help me in my work. You've now passed on the torch onto me, and I will now carry that torch until I either stop running or I hand it off to the next candidate, and they will then continue to go onto the torch. And yeah, maybe I am a sentimental person. Maybe I am someone with a big heart, but or with big emotions. But truly, thank you, Jay. Thank you for teaching me, and I wish you have a good rest of your life. Seriously, in case I don't see you again, I wish you have a good rest of your life. Because we're all humans, man. We're all humans. We're all just people trying to live every single day, just getting through it. And yeah, I really appreciate you. And I know even if we know each other for only 3 months, that's fine. I still have you in my contact, so in case we both, when we both blow up, let's meet up again, right? Let's have a chat. I don't know if you like drinking, or actually no, I'm pretty sure you do like drinking. But yeah, sure. Well, why not get a drink, right? Like, because apparently that's what adults do. Like, I'm not even a drinker myself, but that's that, right? Okay. I think I basically got all my emotions out there. I got all of my heart out there. Again, this is turning into a 30-minute video, which is absolutely crazy. I didn't know that I could be yapping this long on camera. Actually, I can yap on for a very, very long time in my own mind, in my own consciousness. But to say that to a camera is absolutely incredible. Especially because I've only recently came back to content creation, or just talking to, or these types of style videos, just like talking to the camera and just literally just take, like, this is literally a one take. No cuts, no editing, just one take, giving my raw thoughts out there, getting to see who I am for real. So, yeah, I guess that's it. And, yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.